Things happen here late at night, don't they, in Edinburgh? Last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was walking home. I got wolf whistled by a tramp. Ladies and gentlemen, oh yes, I did. I did, and it's amazing how you can sort of turn things around to your way of thinking, can't you? Because I looked at that man, sitting in a puddle of his own making, with one tooth rattling lonely in his head, with his life savings in a takeaway box on his lap, and I thought, you might not have always made the right life choices, but you've certainly got a keen eye when it comes to the ladies. And I like that in a man stroke tramp. I do. I do. It's a bit of a challenge here, being at the festival. The weather's often a bit of a challenge. You can entertain yourselves, though, in the rain, can't you? You can. I love watching women who insist on wearing Ugg boots, despite the fact that it's raining biblically. Have you seen those women? Have you seen? You can stand beside them. You can actually hear them sucking up water like osmosis. And then they're forced to walk away like homeless astronauts with rickets, because there's no support in those puppies whatsoever, is there? And they're going, oh, yes. I look at them and I think, what are you doing, love? So you're wearing sheepskin on your feet. It's a highly absorbent piece of material. It doesn't seem to make any sense. It's like going out in the rain in a papier-mâché anorak, for God's sakes. Even sheep don't wear sheepskin on their feet, do they? Even they've had a little think to themselves, haven't they? They've taken the time to think it through and gone, hang on, that's never going to work, is it? I'm going to stop the sheepskin at the knee and grow a little hoof. That's what I'm going to do. There's all sorts of strange things going on here at the festival. Many, many different sorts of shows. The Lady Boys of Bangkok, they're back. 20 years that show's been going. The Lady Boys of Bangkok, highly successful. Highly, highly successful. Less successful was the Manly Girls of Chiang Mai. That never really took off. Never really took off. That says something about us, about people, doesn't it? We're like a little guy in a frock, kicking it away, going, hello. Less keen on women marching on stage going, lovely, where do you want these shells? We don't really like that. We don't. It's true that I have friends who tell me they enjoy it when their boyfriends are in touch with their feminine side. Have you ever heard that? You ever heard that expression? Yeah, with their feminine side. I've got a friend, my friend Maggie, she's like, I love it when Richard's in touch with his feminine side. I love it. Last week he came home, he bought me some flowers, some chocolates, a DVD. We watched it together. He had a little cry. I had a little cry and I thought, I love it when he's in touch with his feminine side. I've never heard Richard saying the opposite. I've never gone round the flat and gone, where's Maggie, Richard? Oh, she's upstairs playing Mortal Kombat, drinking lager and cracking one off. She came home drunk last night. I found her peeing on the DVD player. She's very much in touch with her masculine side. I tell you what I noticed watching these lootings and riotings recently in London. It was disgusting, it was abhorrent, it was horrible, mindless violence. But I also noticed there weren't many women my age taking part. I noticed that and I thought, I know why that is. Our expectations are through the roof. What we want out of life now has changed. I want an Arga! That's what I want. I'd be the idiot caught trying to leave John Lewis with a Smeg fridge like that. They just find me under a ton of Smeg outside the shop. Let me tell you, that would be the first and last time I would be found anywhere under a ton of Smeg, ladies and gentlemen. The first and last time. It's crazy stuff. People are rioting because they want stuff they don't really need. We're surrounded by stuff we don't need, aren't we? You just have to look in shops, you see stuff we don't need. Do you know what I found in the shop the other day? Organic cat food. Organic cat food. Cat food, that is organic. Are you telling me I now live on a planet where cats are demanding organic cat food? Is that the level we have reached? Cats are just wandering in, looking at their dinners going, no. No, I'm sorry, I can't possibly eat that. I'm so sorry. Don't you be embarrassed. It was my responsibility. I should have said something prior to the dining experience, but I'm on a strictly organic diet. I don't even lick the mice that are from around here. I don't, because they're full of toxins. They literally are. I get them shipped in from a small farmer in Somerset. They're very, very small, but exploding with flavour. They're really lovely. Is that milk? This is doubly awkward. I'm so sorry. I am lactose intolerant. This isn't going to... That never happens, does it? It doesn't happen. You put food down in front of a cat, the cat will just look at it and go, food, tar. Oh, that is delicious. I've been licking my own arsehole all day. Folks, thank you so much for listening. I've been Zoe Lyons. You've been gorgeous. Take care. Good night, Edinburgh.
Welcome to the stage, Phil Wang!
Good evening, how are you doing? Oh, that's good. Let me introduce myself. My name's Phil Wang, and I'm the answer to the question, what would it look like if Gok Wan got fat and less infuriating? Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing personally against Gok Wan, it's just I'm a homophobe, you know? Good evening, my name's Phil Wang, and I'm the answer to the question, what would it look like if Michael McIntyre had a child with Gok Wan? Very Gok Wan-y kind of face, I guess. Do we have any McIntyre fans in? Yeah. Good. There's some cheers there. The rest of you are correct. No. He's fun. I like him. He's very funny. I have one issue with McIntyre, though, one problem with him, and that is that a while back, in one of his shows, he said that when he smiles, he looks like a fat Chinese man. I don't know if anyone remembers that. McIntyre said when he smiles, he looks like a fat Chinese man. Now, following that logic, right, you know, following that logic, I think he's a massive prick. What a weasel. What a silly man. I hope you guys enjoy me today. If you don't, I do apologize. Thing is, I never actually wanted to be a comedian. My parents forced me into it. Very pushy. I always wanted to be a dentist or a prostitute, but they apparently no money in that. So you be a comedian, boy. You be a, that's my dad there. You be a comedian. I should explain. He's Oriental, not a stroke victim, as may have sounded. Clear that up for you. My dad, I guess, was the main culprit, really, for me, made growing up a little tough. We butted heads on a lot of things. For example, he has very sort of rigid ideas about how men and women should behave and how they have their separate roles and things. And I'm quite a modern man, quite in touch with my feminine side, and also I have a bit of a monobrow problem. It's no big deal, just a couple of hairs growing in there. It's no big deal. And any hairy women in the audience will vouch for me. The only way to deal with that, just get a pair of tweezers and just pluck the little bastards out, right? It's fine. But of course, that was quite feminine. Now, I was doing that one day in my room. I was just sat in my room plucking. You know, just plucking in a room, just sat, right? Yeah. I sat in my room plucking, just plucking in my room. And my dad, right, he opens the door and he sees me plucking. And he looks at me like I've just kicked the family cat into my mother's face on my sister's birthday again. And he looks at me and he says, "What are you doing? That is for girls." Now, you don't know, but that's a really good impression of my dad. That sounds just like him. I thought he was here. I was like, "Oh, Dad, no, it's just me. I'm safe." So he said, "What are you doing? That is for girls." So I explained to him, I said, "No, Dad, society has changed, and with it so has a perception of masculinity and male beauty. Plucking one's eyebrows no longer suggests a tendency towards feminine or homosexual behavior. It's simply a sign of cultivation, hygiene, and a very masculine care for one's personal appearance." Right? And then he said, "Well, at least take the dress off." So, you know, I was like, whatever. You are living in the past, Dad. You are living in the past. You old fogey. Go back to the 70s, huh? High heels there. Quite a nice pair. Here you go, madam. I like high heels. High heels, they sort of make women more attractive, don't they? Very good. My girlfriend, for instance, she's one of those girls who's just the right height with heels on. You know, tall enough to be conventionally attractive, not so tall she might rebel or, you know, have ideas above her station. You know, with them on, she's love of my life, physical embodiment of all that's beautiful in an otherwise uncaring and bleak world. And with them off, she's like, Oompa loompa, ba ba ba. She hates it when I sing that. She hates it. Always telling me, "Oh, don't sing that. Stop being so mean. Let me out." Oh. Come on, honey. Jesus. Anyway, that's not true. I don't have a girlfriend. Anyway, you've been absolutely lovely, guys. Have a good festival, and I'll see you later. I'm Phil Wang. Good night.